Hello and welcome to More Game Adventures. I am Moodle and this is chapter 4 of our Magic 2 speedrun run through. I hope you're enjoying it. We'll get straight into chapter 4. It's not too large, but there's enough that we're getting into decent length episodes now, which is nice. So this is pretty similar. We don't have any way of wall skipping for any of this. There is a cutscene here that we want to avoid. Cutscene is not detrimental, it just takes a little bit of time, so there's a few bumps in the wall. We walk up to kind of the edge of this lump here and teleport towards the caves. That skips a cutscene. The guys are still here, but if you don't go anywhere near them, they won't attack you. They will aggro on you if you walk up. This next cutscene skip is really important and will break a couple of your runs. If you hit the cutscene, it shifts the scene upwards and it's a locked scene, which means that there's no way of skipping around it or getting past it, right? So you have to kill everything in the area and then you can continue if you don't want to do that. So basically, there's two benches here. We want to walk kind of just inside this bench and then teleport this way, right? And that will skip this trigger point. It is really, really easy to hit. Most of these trigger points are pretty forgiving. This one is not. And there's probably one or two more that are not forgiving at all, and you have to kind of nail on the head. This is one of them. It's an absolute pain in the ass. Do this a couple of times, backwards and forwards, just practice exactly where it is. Ideally, you want to get to the point where you can haste and hit, two while you're hasting, and go pop, jump over it. That'd be perfect for a speed run. If you're not confident, take it slow, so it will waste a lot of time if you accidentally hit that scene. From here on, we can just run. This is one of those things where the end point already exists, so we don't have to worry about killing anything. We can just jump all the way through. If you're not confident with the jump, don't jump, just run. It doesn't matter. The jump saves you like a second, so no stress. This is an area where I'm pretty sure we do have to fight everyone. So I'm going to trigger all the enemies all at once and then fight them all, just because it allows you to kill or be more economical, I guess, in your fighting. If we can fight all the enemies at the same time, that is far preferable to fighting one or two at a time, for obvious reasons. Now that we've got these guys, we can run up here. Now, there is a scene up here. The scene skip is here. If you want to skip this scene, you can. We basically just teleport here and we skip summoning all of the enemies in this area. The issue is that it doesn't summon the end of scene trigger point. We can't finish the scene without triggering the enemies, which is unfortunate because we kind of want to finish the scene, right? So you do in fact have to trigger the enemies. Unfortunately, I have no idea how you can get around this. Similarly, once we've triggered the enemies, we have to kill them all before the end of scene trigger will appear. If you can find another way of getting around this, then be my guest, you will destroy the record. But as far as I know, we have to actually fight all these. Not that they're difficult. Again, I'm just spamming out this arcane fire mine spell because it's really, really powerful. Again, we could try and skip this scene if we wanted to, but we have to fight it before the end scene to trigger. So, again, pretty easy fight. We're going to jump in here, we're going to kill them all. We don't get it. And ideally, if you can be up this end when you kill them all, you will make that go a bit faster. You can, if you're not confident with fighting close range like that, run backwards, kill them all with beams, and then water catapult yourself through to the end. That works too. This area is a little bit janky, I'm not going to lie. I don't believe there's any way of... We need to trigger this area to progress to the end. But you can jump as far as you want, and it will just teleport you back over here. Which is weird. So it just killed me there for, I believe, being on screen. Let's go. Alive, and we're going to go for a little walk. Basically, anywhere here, you can teleport, you can throw yourself upwards, So any kind of throw from anywhere on this map up is going to trigger this endpoint. The end trigger point is massive. You just got to go that general direction and you will skip that area. That didn't used to be the case. If you skip the initial trigger, which you can do, then you have to fight the second one, or it blocks, or something strange. Definitely the best way is to just hit the first trigger, and then kind of put your way through again. Much faster than how I was doing it before. This is another area where we do actually have to kill the guys, I believe, because it is a on-screen area, so it won't let you see the bridge until after I kill them. Alright. Now, this skip is not necessary. Skipping this will skip a little bit of the cutscene, but you can and you don't have to fight everything if you hit it. So I'm going to show you the skip first, and then I'm going to show you what happens if you don't skip it. So come to this line, teleport over. Yep. Cool. To end from here, literally just pop and that way. If you do trigger the cutscene, like I've just done, it is not the end of the world, because we can still do exactly the same thing, in the sense that we can just walk up here and end scene, right? That is, poor guy just joined again. A bit of a weird. This can glitch out sometimes if you do that skip at the end of a run. Sometimes that glitches out. Vlad starts speaking, it revives you, run around, and then the story ends. A little bit strange, but it will work. Ideally, hit that skip again, haste up to it, jump over the board, trigger area, and then jump to the end. Easy finish to the level. Hope you've enjoyed it. That has been chapter 4 of our Magicka 2 speedrun walkthrough. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for episode 5.